Hi, I'm Nova, and my life sucks. I used to think I was just unlucky, but thank God I later discovered it was a full-blown family curse. No, seriously. I grew up with a twin brother, Dorian, who was 2 steps ahead in everything. For starters, everyone thought he was the much better-looking twin. He'd play video games all the time and ace his tests, while I'd stay up all night studying, and my grades were still average. He was good at sports, I was just clumsy. Even our parents favored Dorian, especially Dad, who dreamt of making him a football legend. In 8th grade, I tried out for the small school talent showcase, just a silly cheer routine I made up on my own. I asked everyone to come, but that same day, Dorian had his big football practice match. And guess where everyone went? Yep, including my parents. What's going on?
Your brother scored the winning goal at his big match, so we called all his friends over to celebrate.
So you missed my talent show for a dumb match?
You participated in a talent show? Why? You're so uncoordinated. Just last week you tripped over a sock and hurt your head.
Thanks, but I don't need your judgment.
I'm just saying, maybe next time choose something you're good at. Oh wait, you can't. You're bad at everything.
Shut up or I'll kick your face. Ugh, so annoying. I ran upstairs fighting tears when I heard a soft voice calling from a bedroom down the hall.
Nova, is that you?
That's Ella. She's my younger sister, and she's been sick since forever. Doctors didn't even have a proper diagnosis, just a fancy name that meant they were still trying to figure out what was wrong with her. And since our parents were too busy making Dorian a star, it was usually left to me to look after Ella, which I didn't mind at all.
Hey, how was your talent show? What did Mom and Dad say?
They never came because Mighty Dorian had a match.
So what? Did you have fun?
I almost did a backflip and only tripped twice, so yeah, it was fun.
Then that's all that matters.
Talking to Ella always made me feel better, but I could never tell her how I really felt. My problems just seemed so pathetic compared to everything she was going through. Even at school, I mostly kept to myself while Dorian hogged the spotlight. The only time people spoke to me was to ask for Dorian's number, so I barely had friends, until I met Maya in high school. She was new and asked me if I could show her around, and we hit it off right away. We liked the same music, same shows, and I finally had someone I could pour my heart out to. She was the only person I felt free and happy with, but that changed on her 18th birthday. Maya decided to throw a costume party. I was gonna be French fries, and she was gonna be ketchup. It was gonna be epic. But when I got to her place, I was the only one in a costume. I checked my phone wondering if I'd missed a text from Maya, but nothing. And worse, I found her standing near the pool talking to Dorian.
Oh, wow. Looks like someone didn't get the memo.
What is he doing here? And wasn't this supposed to be a costume party?
Oh, shoot. I thought I texted you. I wanted to have a costume party, but Dorian thought it was stupid for an 18th birthday.
And since when did you start taking advice from Dorian?
Since we started dating.
What?
He asked me out last week, and I said yes.
Why? Of all the men on the planet, why him? And you couldn't stand that there was finally someone who liked me more than you, could you?
Would you stop overreacting? You look like angry McDonald's French fries, and I can't take you seriously. Also, my feelings for Maya are totally genuine.
Genuine my butt. Everyone at school knows you change girlfriends faster than you change underwear. Maya, listen to me. Whatever garbage this guy's been feeding you, it's not worth it.
But I love him.
No, you're infatuated. Like every normal girl your age is with some butthead like him. Come back to your senses. Fine, I can see this is a total waste of time. So before I embarrass myself any further, I'm leaving, and we're done. I stormed off dramatically, only to walk straight into the birthday banner. I tried to fight it, but stumbled and knocked over an entire balloon arch. Maya ran to help me, but I spun around mid-fight and accidentally slapped her in the face.
Did you just hit my girlfriend?
I grabbed a paper cup and hurled it at Dorian's head.
Ow. Wow, that really hurt me, Nova. How will I ever recover from this concussion?
Everyone laughed as I ripped the last streamer off my leg and stormed out, and went straight to Ella. She was the only person who'd understand me.
Oh, wow. You look tasty.
I don't know about tasty, but I am definitely tragic.
Mom never let me have fries. Said they're too oily.
Here, take a bite. It might cheer you up.
You're weird.
And you're stuck with me. and I put my head down and we dozed off. The next morning, I woke up to a bunch of missed calls from Maya, but I ignored them. So she sent me a bouquet with my favorite ice cream scoops, flew drones past my window with "I'm sorry" banners. At one point, she actually climbed up to my window to talk to me, but I just drew the curtains and ran into the attic so she wouldn't find me. I was looking for some boxes to hide behind when I accidentally knocked one over and a diary fell out. It had my grandmother's name on it, with a photograph of her standing next to someone who looked exactly like her. And there was a note. Lumiere se dara kinsol, veher dul ambrax? What? That's what it said, written in this bizarre language I've never seen before. Luckily, someone had scribbled a translation underneath. To break the curse, balance must be found. One light shall rise, one shadow bound. I read more and found out that my grandma had been overshadowed by her own twin, too. So she teamed with a psychic named Margot and crafted spells to break the twin curse, a generational cycle where one twin always thrived while the other faded into the background. I knew it sounded ridiculous, but this just couldn't be a coincidence. I was constantly lagging behind Dorian, not because there was something wrong with me, but because I was cursed. The note also said that to unlock the curse, like and subscribe to this video and leave a comment. Gotcha, she didn't write that. But seriously, like and subscribe. Things are about to get weird. I had to find out more, so the next day I skipped school and tracked down the psychic Margot. It wasn't too difficult since Grandma had her address in the diary, and by afternoon I was already knocking at the door of a rundown apartment. I waited for some old witchy lady to open the door, but instead it was a girl not much older than me. Sorry, I think I must have gotten the wrong address.
No, you're in the right place. We've been expecting you. Like me and the spirits. They told me you were coming. You're Nova, right? Hilda's granddaughter.
You know me?
I know a lot of things. Like it's gonna rain in about 5 seconds and you should come in.
And right on cue, it actually started raining. Freaky. Anyway, I walked in and the girl told me she was Margot's granddaughter and her name was Coco Lin.
My dad's Chinese and my mom's American. They couldn't decide whether to give me a Chinese name or an English one, so they mashed them together. Kinda has a ring to it if you say it on repeat. Coco Lin, Coco Lin, Coco Lin. Cool, right? I think it's very cool. Like, it's also pretty cool that I'm my grandma's reincarnation. I've retained some of her memories and her power to see the future, talk to ghosts, and read your star chart, yada yada. In fact, before I was my grandma, I was this super rich woman who went on a ship, met this cute artist. He was poor. I was loaded. We fell in love, but then the ship crashed and he died.
Like the movie Titanic?
What?
Never mind. Can we just get to work, please? I gave her the diary, and she invited me into this small room. As I settled into a beanbag, Coco Lin took the diary in her hands. Then suddenly, she threw her head back dramatically. Before I could ask if she was okay, she snapped her head forward like a possessed owl, then started spinning in slow circles. Then she dropped to her knees, flapped forward, and after a full minute of silence, popped back up.
All done. The curse is now reversed. Whatever once belonged to your brother is now yours.
Wait, what do you mean by reversed? I wanted you to end the curse.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for that, you'd have to find the original witch who cast the curse on your family. And she's probably dead. So unless you have a shovel and a time machine, this is the best I could do. Now remember, every spell has its repercussions, so just be aware of potential side effects.
What kind of side effects?
Mild nausea, headaches, nosebleeds, and in rare cases, hallucinations. It depends.
On what?
On how badly cursed you are. Just kidding. I fixed the curse, remember? You'll be fine. Would you like some tea?
But I just thanked her, paid her fee, and got out of there as fast as I could. The whole way home, I kept thinking if what I'd done was wrong. But was it really that bad if Dorian suffered a little? Also, Coco Lin was kind of a weirdo, so I wasn't too sure if her chaotic head Roomba fixed anything. But boy, was I wrong. I looked around and I froze. This wasn't my room. It was bigger, with velvet curtains, a chandelier, and a full-length mirror. I jumped out of my bed and pulled the curtains, only to see a massive, perfectly manicured garden with fountains and a freaking swan. Why am I in this place? How did I get here? I checked my phone. It showed the same date as yesterday. Okay, this is clearly a dream. Ow! Ow! I pinched myself hard, and seconds later, Mom burst into the room.
Oh my god, Nova! Why did you scream like that? I thought some stalker tried to jump into your room again.
Again? When was the first time it happened?
Oh, my poor baby. You've been so traumatized lately, you've probably blocked out everything. It's fine, we can talk about it later. For now, drink your kale. You're already late for gym, and Coach gets cranky when you're not warmed up before cheer practice.
Mom, I don't do cheer practice. I barely passed PE. This isn't real. I rushed outside to find Ella's room. She might have answers. But the house was so huge, I had no idea which room was hers and accidentally entered Dorian's.
Ugh! What are you doing in my room?
Shut up and tell me what's happening. Are you trying to pull some elaborate joke on me? Who even owns this house? One of your weird rich friends?
What are you rambling on about? I'm just living my perfectly miserable life in silence, and you won't let me have that?
If your life is miserable, I might as well be an earthworm.
You know, I saw this documentary about teen celebrities and how they all went bonkers at age 18. You should watch it. I think you'll fit right in.
You think this is funny? God, just tell me where Ella is and I'll leave.
Same place she's always been. Why? Suddenly remembered you have a sick sister who needs your attention?
I've always cared about Ella.
You don't care about anyone else but yourself, Nova. Now get out and go sign some stupid autographs.
I was shocked. The way Dorian was talking and everything Mom said could only mean one of two things. Either everyone in my family had lost their minds, or the spell actually worked and transported me to my new reality where I was the golden child. I ran back to my room and opened my closet to find shoes and clothes that I could never afford. Downstairs, Mom was smiling like I was the best thing that ever happened to her, while Dorian sat quietly on the side scowling. Then I went to school, and the moment I got out of the car, people flocked around me.
Hi, Nova. Love your outfit. Can we get a selfie?
Are you coming to my birthday next week? You can cut the cake if you want to.
It was like stepping into a dream where I finally mattered and wasn't invisible next to Dorian. I was still processing everything when Stacy walked over and linked her arm through mine.
There you are, bestie. I've been trying to call you.
Really? I didn't get any calls.
I said I was trying, but then I got busy with these new cheer uniforms. Everyone's obsessed with pink, but what do you think?
I actually kind of like blue. But clearly everyone else wants pink, so let's go with pink.
Oh, I knew you'd say that. We're so in sync. If you were a boy, I'd totally date you. I mean, you'd have competition, obviously, but I'd cheat on my boyfriend with you.